Yo, so what is going on, guys? Welcome to our second video on the channel. 2 in 2 days. Hey, that's crazy, right? Okay, so this is gonna be adding on to the second, it's gonna be the second episode of our first series on the channel, Console Noob's Adventures in Duel. So, in this video, actually, I, went ahead and I mixed it up a little bit, so I wanted to have a little bit of fun, and I took a little bit of an idea from a video that I watched not too long ago. It's a Cernunnos lifesteal build. I built 3 different lifesteal items. It's actually nuts. And, you know, that guy, he's really good at the game that I watched. And I figured, hey, maybe it'd be interesting to see how it goes out at my skill level, and the type of matches that I play. So, just for forewarning, fair warning, whatever, this video is a voiceover. I haven't quite got the video down, but I should have it down pretty soon. And hopefully the quality is a lot better on the videos as well. I'm trying to, you know, make this as good as possible for you guys. So now we're getting ready to get into the match. And this should be an interesting one. Seeing Izanami, I was like, okay, so it's a Hunter matchup. I sort of felt confident that I could beat Izanami, but I wasn't sure because, you know, against the Achilles, I thought for sure I could beat him with Freya. But he built really well, and he was honestly just a better player than me. And plus, I'm going a full lifesteal build, so it's sort of you know, it's up in the air now for whoever gets it. Starting out here, my plan was to go Devour's Gauntlet to start building to start my stacks. Because you want to go ahead and get the ones that stack first online. So we go Dev Gloves, and then we'll probably go Soul Eater third item, besides boots, because we have to give ourselves some kind of chance, right, and have that movement speed. You don't want to be absolutely slow. And if I'm a little slow going through this because I tried talking to you guys in game, but I realized I wasn't able to quite get the audio working. I really enjoyed this video, and it's a really cool one. And hopefully, at least with having some audio in the background, and sort of me explaining everything that's going on, hope it's a little bit more interesting and not as boring and bland, right? Of course, you know, you see me jumping, bro. I'm gonna be jumping a lot. I don't know why, dude. It's something I do so naturally, bro. In the first video, you probably noticed it. And I'm pretty sure I was jumping more than this already. Okay, there I go. Okay, so let's see. So right here, I was sort of wondering where the Izanami was, right? I was thinking maybe he wasn't playing. Should I like wait for him or something, right? Because it's sort of weird. Usually they clear the midway first, or at least try to contest you on red. But I guess Izanami doesn't have the greatest early game. At least that's what he was thinking. I don't really know too much. Like I said, I'm not the greatest. You guys can leave it in the comments if that's true, or if you know why he does what he's doing. Because as you see, he got his blue, right? So it was sort of, I was like, okay, so I guess he's just sacrificing the early game, and he's just getting the XP he can. Just going ahead and grabbing his blue, having the extra gold hits. Well, this fight right here, I figured he wouldn't really want to take it because he was already sacrificing the red, like giving me the red for free, right? But I sort of was clearing waves, so I didn't even notice it, that we were really fighting, so it ended up being a pretty even trade at first. But as you can see, my lifesteal's already pretty good, like especially with a pot, popped as well. I'm getting back quite a bit of lifesteal, so my health's just going up constantly. And so far, it's so good. He popped his ult as soon as he hit level 5, which I don't know if his plan was just to bait mine out like I did there. I knew his dash was up too, and I just didn't even think about it. I was just like, well, hey, he used his ult, might as well use mine. And he was pretty low. If I hit my ult, I'd probably get the kill there. But you know, that's okay. So far, we're doing better early game. So we're gonna clear this wave. I started to go for tower here, but then I realized early game, I'm not gonna do too much damage to the tower anyway. So I might as well try to get as much farm as I can. Because the more farm I get, the less farm he can get. And the higher I get in levels, the quicker, you know. If I'm just a level or two ahead of him later on, then maybe even if he has a better late game than me, which I really don't think he does, but he is a good god, she is a good god late because of her attack speed, but even then I still have, like, it's still a fair fight because I'm a level or two ahead, right? Because I use my early game to get ahead in levels and not just go for the tower and then risk the late game and just being able to have a stand, you know, and then just kill me, and then the game's over, right? So I really want to try to farm and get as far ahead and as fast as possible, because every little level increase is huge.
Stay away.
So right now, I really thought I could just stay there and clear that wave, and I didn't think he would be able to come in there and do that much damage and survive, but he did a lot. And right there, he dashes, but I get out in time because he waited too long. So now I have Dev going on, and he's dead, right? So I made a little stupid play thinking that I could just clear wave without worrying about him, but he messed up even worse by just trying to. He went. If he was gonna go in, he should have went in earlier, right? He probably shouldn't have went in at all because it's not really worth it. I guess. I don't know. I think that was first blood. But yeah, if that's first blood, then I guess he just wanted the extra gold to try to catch up a little bit. But I don't know. I don't really think that was worth it on his part. I mean, I didn't get the gold or experience for that though because I didn't do any damage to him. So I guess in that aspect, it's not really. It's just time that he's not there, right? So it's midways that are getting to his tower that he's not getting XP or gold for. You know, he might get the XP if he's there. But if you don't get the last hit on a minion and the tower does, then you don't get the gold. You'll get XP, but you won't get the gold for it. So that's something you should know. Like, if minions come into your tower, you're probably better off clearing the archers while the tower attacks the front minions, because you can get the archers in the back killed and get the gold for those, and still get the XP for the ones in the front. You're just not going to get gold because you don't know about the last hit, right? And right there, I actually missed my ult because I thought for sure his dash was on a little bit more of a delay than that, so it didn't really go off fast enough to avoid my ult. So that was a little bit of a misplay on my part. I thought for sure that his dash is sort of like that. If you guys watched the Freya versus Achilles video with Freya, when I used my ult and go in the air, the dude basic attacked me while I was still, when I was like already in the air, and it counted as a basic attack. So you know, it's things like that where it's just, or like with Radiant's ability. If you know Rajin, the electric dude, when he teleports, his takes a hot second to go off, so you can get stunned and then just destroyed if you don't do it in time. So, I sort of thought the same with Izanamis, because you can tell it's a little bit of a delay, but it's not big enough for my ult to go off in time, because my ult does have a quite a second or two before it goes off. So. Right now the gameplay is pretty bland. I should really be pushing up more than this, I guess. Because in the video, like I said, I was trying to talk to you guys, so I was sort of like not like playing really aggressive, because I was trying to explain some things to you guys. But I had the fight won, right? Like, I'm a level ahead, and I already have lifesteal online, so I'm winning this fight. He's not building any anti-heal either, which, a tip, if you're just going to win, like with my build, I wouldn't be countering either, right? Because I'm just playing with a fun build. But if you're just playing duel and you're just trying to win the game the best way possible, counter build your opponent. Like, if he builds Devour's Mount with first item, you need to counter that, right? If he's building lifesteal and he has a passive ability that gives him extra healing, you gotta go Toxic Blade, right? Like, so he's not doing that. And, until he does do that, he doesn't stand a chance, right? He should go like Toxic Blade after he gets his boots, like for this healing, because as you notice, the healing is pretty big already. And if he had just hit me once or twice to get the max stack, it stays on me for a good minute, right? So then, but I mean, hey, I'm just hopefully if that's if you guys usually just like copy a build that somebody tells you or something, always try to like think of like ways you can like fix your build compared to who you're playing with. Like especially in duel, like if you're making a build where it tells you to get like a defense physical and a defense magical, obviously you only need one for the person you're playing against, right? And if you want to build more, you just build the one that you need. Or if it tells you to get like Soul Reaver, which Soul Reaver is good against people that build health, it's not really worth getting that unless they build any health items. So it's things like that where there's sometimes you might build items that are completely useless in the matchup, right? Um, so those are always things to look out for. Just try to make sure you can counter build your opponent. You know, if he has defense and you go Kens, then you're better off going Xe, right? Because Xe helps more against defense. Kens would be more for health. I'm sort of probably carrying on that a little too long, but I'm just trying to make sure you sort of get the point. And plus, the gameplay right now, like I said, is pretty bland because I'm not really paying attention. Wait, is that echoing? What? Okay, 1 second, guys.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Okay, I apologize right there if I stopped for a second. I had a little bit of a delay, but I think we're good.
Running away.
Like, you can probably notice there's going to be some errors that happen in the process of this. But, you know, I'm trying to make improvements. I'm trying to get better at this. I hope the gameplay and, hopefully, it's just, you know, it sort of gets to you guys and it helps you guys a little bit. Maybe if you're around my level, maybe if you're a little higher, like I said, well, I don't even know if you've heard this because I think this was for the gameplay I tried to record, but maybe some of you guys just like to watch this that are like higher ranks. It makes you feel better that you can see somebody struggle through the ranks. But I mean, hey, if that's it, then that's still cool too. Let's see. So yeah, and I carried on a little long. I was trying to say, yeah, like the gameplay was pretty bland. So I'm just not playing. I need to play more aggressive. See, like I'm winning the fights. I really have no reason not to be fighting again. I almost choked this. I don't really come close to choking the kill, but you can see I missed my ability and I missed a few basic attacks. He was so low, it was really hard for me to lose that one. And if you can see my health, I'm going back to full after every fight off of just one minion wave, so that's great. And here, I only had like 2 archers. I have 3 archers, so I was going to go for his blue, but I realized that it was still down. And I only had 3 archers, so I was like, I'm not getting much Phoenix damage off anyway. He comes back up after I try to fight it. So I'm like, my best bet is just to get red. Because at this point, I couldn't get his Phoenix. I didn't go for Bull Demon, so I just get red back. And I should be able to finish off. I get solo at 1 line. And now we need to work on Aussie. That's my next time. Alright, here, I'm trying to get back to wave as fast as possible because I don't want him to start attacking my tower. I'm thinking I can get back in time, which I am able to, because I don't know what he did there. As you can see, he didn't go for his blue, so maybe he got minis. That's sort of weird. Probably better off pushing up mid wave first, because you're getting more XP from the mid wave itself. And if the minions fight each other and kill each other, you're not getting XP for that. So, I usually go for minis when both blues are down, and I've already cleared my mid wave, or I've just cleared it. And I was gonna actually give him Bull Demon there and just fight him because I thought I could win it. I thought I would win the fight regardless if he had Bull Demon, but he didn't even go for Bull Demon. So, I mean, obviously he didn't know I was just gonna let him get it for free, right? But I figured since he wasn't in mid wave, that's what he had to be doing. He wasn't, so I don't know. Little bit of a waste of time, especially when you're down already in gold and levels. You really need to try to do everything you can to catch back up. Especially as a late game god, you just have to out farm the other guy, right? So, and because he could have done a little bit better if he built like some kind of power into his kit, because his ultimate would have hit a little bit harder, his 2 would have done some good damage, and he would have been able to clear the wave a little bit easier. But as you can see with his attack speed, and he's starting to build crit. I don't know if I showed it yet, but I know by this time he's starting to build crit. You can see he's doing some good damage with his autos, and it was probably a little horrible watching that fight because I missed a lot of basic attacks, but I literally won that fight purely off of like having a better god. And maybe lifesteal, but purely like that. But see, watch my health. My health is just slowly going back up. And that's only with 2 lifesteal items online, and 1's not even stacked all the way. And I was still fighting the wave, so it was getting archers done to me. Right here, I realized my archer wave's not going to be there in time. It's back up. And and I have time to get Bull Demon, so I just go to Bull Demon. You know, that's my best play. I start lifestealing, and I'm lifestealing for about as much damage as it does. And right about right here, I decide to switch to damage and start shredding it, right? Because I'm just trying to make sure he can't get over here and contest it. And being me, selfish player I am, thinking that I can't lose this game, I just go for the little minis just to add on. I'm actually full health off that though, so I guess it doesn't matter. And I hear him behind me, so there's really no reason for me not to take this fight. You know, as you can see, he's doing a lot of damage. Like if I'm not hit base attacks, I'm gonna lose, right? Which I almost lost in that first fight that I just took a minute ago because I missed a lot of evasive attacks. So we just go ahead and back away mutually after we're about both half health, or I might be actually a little bit lower, but I'm back to full health after clearing blues, so it doesn't really matter. He still doesn't go anti-heal yet. That's his problem. He's just building like a build, and if he's doing something like I'm doing, he's just trying to have fun, right? He can do that. Like, there's nothing against it, you know, so. But if he's trying to win the game, he just wants the best possible chance to win. He should have anti-heal to counter me right now. 100% should have anti-heal. That's about all he needs to counter me right now. If he has anti-heal, that negates the one thing that I have going for me right now, right? Like, I have decent damage, but I'm getting like 500 plus damage back from the few autos that I hit on him, because he doesn't have Toxic Blade or even Brawlers if he wants to do it with just his abilities, right? So I don't know, it's really weird. But okay, so the game at this point I feel like is pretty well in my favor.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I don't really know what am I doing right now. I'm just sitting here looking at the video. Okay, that was weird. Oh yeah, I decided that I was gonna go ahead and just go crit with some attacks with like Wind Demon and probably Poison Star, but that little bit of time gave him enough time to get into my tower and take it. So at this point I was like, wow, if I lose this next fight and play really bad, he gets my Phoenix and possibly Titan. Probably not the Titan, but at least Phoenix. And so I'm like, he is better late game, or at least that's how he's building. So I gotta be careful, because you can always throw a lead like this. Like, he's not surrendering, he thinks he has a chance, you know? Like, if you're playing to win, then, you know, you still have a chance no matter what, unless you're down like 10 levels, you know, and he's got like 3 more items than you, then maybe not. But this isn't too crazy, right? It's a 2-level lead, but if he sits under his Phoenix and I just don't play too aggressive and get hit a few times when I should, then he could easily win through. But of course, when you're healing as much as I am, how do you die? You know? Okay, correction, how do you die if he's not building anti-heal? Right? And right there, I wasted my 2. Stupid. I should have waited for him to just go like just let him end it for no reason. But with my lifesteal and him having no anti-heal, look at my health. This is against him, with someone who has natural protections compared to the minions. Like, and then my health is full again. And I was already healing for like 100 off of him, dude. It's nuts. You really he had to build Toxic Blade or any kind of anti-heal if he wanted a chance. So right here I'm looking, I'm like, well, I can get Wind Demon. And then I'm like, dang, he's still down. Minions, please hurry up. So I'm just sitting there thinking about what I'm gonna get, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna get Wind Demon. I've already decided, but I really didn't think I'd be able to get it because the minions took so long. But I hit the Phoenix harder than expected, so I was able to clear that. And at this point, I'm just sort of back. I really should just took the fight, but there was minions there, and I didn't really want to get them in the way. So yeah, right here I did. I started to push up, but then he backed off. So I was like, I'm better off just backing off as well. I have a lot of gold. I should back and buy Wind Demon here. There's really no reason for me to still be here. I have a lot of gold. I can get Wind Demon. It's just this game's it's finished, right? Because I have pretty good power for when I'm building, right? I'm hitting decently on my autos. I guess it's just the mindset of like I'm winning. I should just go kill him or just keep farming and get farther and farther ahead. But at a certain point, you know, just in the game, right? Unless you're trying to get that build finish, you know what I'm saying? At this point, you can see how much gold I have. There's no reason for me to still be here. I should just back and finish that off and just make sure the game's guaranteed. But Nothing against this guy, but like his god's not the greatest, and he's not building to counter me, so there's only so much you can do. And I'll go ahead and get some damage into the Titan, because I'm able to do quite a bit right here. I don't really know if my ult actually does damage to that Titan or not. It didn't really look like it did. But look at my health. He was sitting there autoing me, and I was just clearing minions with my damage for me and out healing it. And now look at my health. It's still like from getting hit by him and the minions. I'm still right there. Like that's crazy. And I get hit again by the Titan. Let's see, what do I do here? I use my bracer, and I get a little bit of that health back. And then from here, I'm like, this Titan's really weak. You know what I should do? I should get Wind Demon in the game, right? You know what I do? I full heal off of the wave. Do you see that health? Yo, that is insane health. And then I'm just like, okay, well, I'll fight you until you run away again, because there's no way you can beat me without anti-heal, as I've said like 6 times. And then look, Titan's gone. GG's. What's the Titan supposed to do? You know, you're not defending it, Izanami. Come on. But